we are recording. So if you know how many ideas I've thought about on how to start this video, it's a new idea I just want to start up, and this would be my first video. So this would be like a vlog film. I got this idea from someone. Her name is Zara. You can check her out on YouTube. Yeah, so I just want to use that to make Bible study more interesting, you understand? So in this video we're going to be studying the book of Genesis chapter 1 to chapter 11. I'm just going to make it brief and everything, but I'll mix it up with vlogging. I don't know, I'm so scared about this video. I just pray it goes well, and I just pray you guys love it, you understand, and it also ministers to you. So without wasting much time, let us head right into the video. Wait, if this is your first time on this channel, I'm so sorry. You're welcome. My name is Keech, and I share faith videos. I sometimes do vlogs, and I also talk about finance, money, luxury, just beautiful things that, you know, will level your standard, you understand? Things that you just need to level up. That's what I share on this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're my main G's, you know. You're welcome to the queen. Welcome to your girls. Like I said in my last video, welcome to your girls department, your girls channel and everything. So see you. The book of Genesis is the first book of the Bible, and this storyline divides into two main parts: chapter 1 through 11, which tells the story of God and the whole world, and then there's chapter 12 to 50, which zooms in and tells you the story of God and just one man, Abraham, and his family. And these two parts are connected by a hinge story at the beginning of chapter 12. And this design gives us a clue as to how to understand the message of the book as a whole and how to introduce the story of the whole Bible. So the book begins with God taking the disorder and darkness being described in the second sense of the Bible, and that brings out of it order, beauty, goodness, makes the world, like, you know, with flesh. And God makes these people called humans, Adam and Eve. He makes them like, the humans are made to be reflections of God's character out into the world, and they are appointed as God's representative to rule his world on his behalf, which in context means find out all its potential, make it a place where more life can flourish. God blesses the humans, which is a key word in this book. He gives them a garden, which is like a place for them to begin to start to build the world. So they have a choice of how to build the world. That's represented by the tree of good and evil. Up to now, in that then God had given the humans the choice if they're going to trust God. So I have my water here in case I get, because I don't understand the suit in reverse state these days. I have my water here, and one thing that we cannot forget, I said the story without telling you. My Bible is right here. Sometimes I'm going to check it, yeah, but you know, we have sins, so. And they are appointed as God's representatives to rule his world on his behalf, which in context means to harness all of its potential, to care for and make it a place where even more life can thrive. God blesses the humans, which is the key word in this book, and he gives them a garden, which is like a place in which they began starting to build this new world. And the key is that the humans have a choice about how they are going to go about building this world, and that's represented by the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Up till now, God has provided and defined what is good and what is not good, but now God is giving the humans the dignity, the freedom of choice. Are they going to trust God's definition of good and evil, or are they going to seize autonomy and define good and evil for themselves? And the mistakes are really high. To rebel against God is to embrace death, and because you're turning away from the giver of life himself. because this is represented by the tree of life. So in chapter 3, a mysterious figure, a snake, enters into the story. The snake is given no introduction other than it's a creature that God made, and it becomes clear that it's a creature in rebellion against God, and it wants to lead the humans into rebellion and then death. The snake tells a different story about the tree and the choice. It says that season analogy of good and evil are not going to bring death, but that it's actually the way to life and becoming like God himself itself. The irony of this is tragedy, because we know that the humans are already like God and they are made to reflect God's image. But instead of trusting God, the humans seize autonomy and they take the knowledge of good and evil by themselves, and the whole story spirals out of control. The first casualty is human relationships. The men and the women, they suddenly realize how vulnerable they are, so they can't even trust themselves, and so they make clothes and hide their bodies from one another. The second tragedy is intimacy with God, because they are running from God and they start thriving in this game of blaming and shifting responsibilities. Now the other one is where God is telling everybody the consequences of their actions. God tells the snakes that it is paramount for them, like sure banker, for them to eat the snake, for them to eat dust, and one day that they're going to be bruised on the head by the seed or descendant of a woman. You understand? So he's going to deliver a lethal strike to the snake's head. It sounds like great news, but the victory is going to come with a cost, because they said he also said that the snake is also going to crush the heel of the woman's child. But in the flow of the story so far, you see that this is an act of God's grace. The humans, they've just rebelled. So what does he do? He promises to rescue, but this doesn't erase the consequences of the humans' decisions. So God informs them that now every aspect of their life together, at home, in the field, is going to be fought with grief and pain because of the rebellion, all leading to death, all leading to their death. From here, another movement, chapter 3 through 11, where we are seeing the wide and the ripple effect of the rebellion and the humans' extraction at every level. So the story of Cain and Abel. Cain is so jealous of his brother that he wants to murder his brother, but God wants him. Don't give in to this temptation. But he murders him still in a field. Then Cain also went in to build a field of violence and oppression. This is where Lamech comes in, and he has a lot of wives. He's the first man to have a lot of wives and everything. So he now goes on and starts singing a song whereby he's more violent than everybody, blah 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 and blah. Now, whichever is right is that the humans are building kingdoms which fill God's world with violence and corruption. In response, now the Bible told us that God is broken and he's annoyed and he's not happy. Humanity is just driving each other haywire, ruining his good world, and out of the passion to protect, the remainder of this world, he washes it clean with water. He protects one blameless human, Noah and his family, and he commissions him as a new Adam. He repeats the divine blessing and commissions him to go out into the world. And so our hopes are really high. But then Noah fails too. And also in the garden, he goes and he plants a vineyard and he gets drunk out of his mind. And one of his sons, Ham, does something shameful to his father in the tent. And so here we are. We have our new Adam, naked and ashamed, just like the first. And another it all leads now to the foundation of the city of Babylon. The people of Mesopotamia, they come together with this new technology they have, the brick, and they can make cities faster, bigger than anybody has ever done before, and they want to build a new kind of tower that will reach up to the gods, and they will make a great name for themselves. This is an image of human rebellion and arrogance. It's the garden rebellion, now larger, and so God humbles their prides and scatters them. Now this is a diverse group of stories, but you can see that they are all exploring the same basic point. God keeps giving humans the chance to do the right thing with this world, and humans keep ruining it. The stories are making a claim that we live in a good world, that we have turned bad, and that we've all chosen to define good and evil for ourselves, and so we all contribute to this world, a broken relationship leading to conflict, violence, and ultimate death. But there's hope. God promised that one day a descendant would come, the wounded victor who would defeat evil and its source. And so in light of this evil, God is determined to bless and rescue this world. And so the question is, what is God going to do? And next story, The Hinge, offers the sugar. So that's what Genesis 1 to 11 is all about. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, and comment down if I missed anything that you would want to add, something you know more. You understand? Just in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. Once again, my name is Xavier.